All right. Very good. Bad connection. How we doing? 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 How we doing, people? Still good? Or is this going to turn into two shows? I hope it doesn't turn into two shows. We've had enough shows today. Yeah, it probably turned into two shows, didn't it? Terrible. That's really unfortunate if I got cut off there. Okay. You can... have I been constant? All right. Wow. All right, so let's keep on moving on with the show. We'll see how it turns out in the how it's saved. I really can't stand this system. Pound that like button. But hey, this is the new way of trying to do live shows here. We're gonna bear with this how YouTube does it now. All right, moving on. I did want to say that earlier in the day there was another show. It's for all of you people who have a hard time focusing or going back into the archives trying to find something. It was a Trace Mare mashup there, and it's just pure Trace Mare. It is linked to below. If you have a short attention span, you get it all in 22 minutes. That's it. You only hear Trace Mare. I make it easy for you to focus on Trace Mare in this new Bitcoin focus series of mine. So there'll be more videos like that, like the one I did earlier today. So check that out. If you're a true strong hand, you're just gonna smile at what I'm gonna say here. In Townsville, Australia, they're having a Bcash event on the 4th and the 5th. I'm interested in Townsville, Australia, because that's in northern. It's not in the northern province. It was in northern Queensland or whatever Brisbane's in. It's north of Brisbane. And I think I might have mentioned this Bcash City event. Obviously, they call it something else. I linked to it below. Let them have a Bcash event. It's fine with me. There's also a Bcash channel that I discovered. Not the one by King of the Trolls, but by this other guy. So, if they think coins, that cryptocurrency should be spent, not saved, etc., well, there you go. It's linked to below. And they use on this channel, they talk about corporate takeover FUD. Corporate takeover. There's a lot of corporate takeover FUD attacking Bitcoin and how spending is important. Whatever, it's good. It'll strengthen your hand if you can look at it and say, okay, this is what the other people think. There are not that many of them. They're having an event in Australia. Cool. Meanwhile, I'm going to be in Sydney, October 17th to 24th. There are going to be events there when I'm there. Haas and Adriana are guiding me around, and they've been very helpful. And we'll stay tuned for more information about that. Alex will be coming down from Brisbane, so that will be a lot of fun. All right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so the Trace show is linked to below. Best guest in space. Pound that freaking like button. All right. And it's only 22 minutes, and you can watch it at 2x. It's 11 minutes. You get the whole thing in there real quick. Justin Moon. Meet BitBoy. Meet BitBoy. What's BitBoy that Justin Moon is talking about? What is this technical BitBoy thing? Everyone loves Meet BitBoy, a stateless QR air-gap do-it-yourself Bitcoin hardware wallet. And it's linked to below, and it looks kind of cool. And, he built the hardware wallet. And everyone loves it. And it is cool that there are technical guys out there that can build hardware wallets. But that's this complexity. How many of the people out there that are praising this and love to talk about technical stuff like this actually own Bitcoin and are like hardcore holders of Bitcoin? Don't say, I love Justin Moon's cool thing. I own some Bitcoin, but I had to trade it because I had to pay my bills. There's this disconnect in the space. There's these people who go wild over cool technical things like this. And sorry, it keeps going off. There are these people. There's people in the space that they go wild over this over technical stuff, but it seems like they're missing some of the basics about, they don't know how to hold a Bitcoin, or they know how to hold it properly technically, but they can't. They don't know how to save. So it's very interesting. It's like, and you're free to do what this is where the big boys play. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. If you don't know how to save, but you're obsessed with technical stuff and you love learning about technical stuff, I guess it's a hobby for you then. It's a hobby for you. If you're like, oh, I can build this cool technical stuff. And it's great to have hobbies, but I think the financial aspects of Bitcoin, the very simple, newfangled savings account in the future, I think people skip that and want to spend a lot of time on technical, cool stuff that they can retweet. And this is a cool looking thing. But it's just a reminder to me that there's some fundamental economic side of Bitcoin that I think a lot of people are skipping over for the hobby technical side. So I mean, that's just the commentary. That's what that tweet made me think of. Now, with that all in mind, Balaji has a tweet that says, password management, private key management, and crypto wallets will eventually converge. Now that is awesome. That is awesome. And I do agree, like something like that will happen. Password management, private key management, and crypto wallets will eventually converge. So instead of us looking at these do-it-yourself wallets that people are building that we're never going to be able to build as regular people, let those technical guys build something useful that will do what exactly what Balaji just said, and that regular people will be able to take advantage of. Because people have issues with private key management, and people have issues with wallets right now. And it's just there's a technical divide here that prevent people who do want to understand the financial basics, who do want to keep it as a savings account, from keeping it. All right, so VanEck, we sort of has an ETF coming out. It's a private ETF. It's linked to below. Not a real ETF, but it's a nice first step there, and it might have helped pump the fiat price. Who knows? The companies will use the SEC exemption that will allow shares in their VanEck SolidX Bitcoin trusts to be offered to institutions such as hedge funds and banks, but not retail investors. So there you go. If you're a retail guy, you're not going to be able to buy into the ETF, which to me is like, okay, whatever. You should have been buying Bitcoin anyway. Why do people want to even get into these ETFs? But this is a first step in getting the ETF to the retail investors. It will happen eventually. This is the first step. But for now, the hedge funds get to play around in this. All right. You can scream about hedge funds getting wealthier, getting insider information, getting this type of thing first. I think it's nothing to complain about because you can just buy the real thing. So just buy the real thing. It's a nice first step. It's going to happen eventually. Retail will be able to get into these ETFs. It's not a real ETF, etc. All right, let's move on. All right, good. I'm still online apparently. That's very nice to know. And what else is? Oh, and Kruger explained. He links, and I will link to this below, to the VanEck information and to the GBTC information. He compares them. He says VanEck, key difference, VanEck to allow continuous open-ended creation redemption of shares, allowing price to track net asset value closely. GBTC does not, and thus GBTC does not do that, and thus often trades at a premium. Okay, so there's your difference between the two. Facebook.com for you Facebook freaks. I'm DisruptMeister on there now. Facebook.com/DisruptMeister. Just like the page, I guess. I really have done nothing with it. It's in its very, very early stages, but some people wanted to have a Facebook connection with me, so there you go. Who knows what will come of that? I don't have that much time to work on something like that. Okay, moving on. This is really good. This is about gold, and I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna make a comment about it. It's a statement from JP Morgan. We believe the US dollar could become vulnerable to a loss of value relative to a more diversified basket of currencies, including gold. JP recommends its clients to change their gold holdings from 0 to 5% of their foreign exchange portfolio. All right. So JP Morgan, I mean, that's good news for gold. Maybe that's part of the reason it's pumped. JP Morgan says its clients should go from 0% in gold in their foreign exchange accounts to 5%. Imagine the day when they make a similar announcement about Bitcoin. Imagine the day when all those big Goldman Sachs type companies, or JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, whoever, make an announcement like that, when they recommend its clients change from 0 to 5% of their portfolios to be in Bitcoin. Pound that freaking like button. That day will come one day, something like that. Even if it's 0 to 1%, it's going to be a wild run into Bitcoin then, and you're going to be glad you're freaking holding it before they had these freaking followers, because they do what what the wise investment tells them to do. Okay, great. They could do that. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Maybe they got rich listening to JP Morgan. Great. You want to do it before JP Morgan commands it. Okay, and you have done. If you're watching the show, you have owned Bitcoin. You don't give a darn that JP Morgan hasn't told their followers to do it yet. But that day will come, and I am very happy to be in it before then. There'll be a lot of people crying afterwards that they weren't in it beforehand. Oh, JP Morgan controls the world. No, they don't, because they didn't tell them. You can beat all those people right now. No crying in Bitcoin. Pound that like button. Here is a tweet from Samson Mao. Guys, don't celebrate Bitcoin dominance percent going up. It's a flawed metric that implies S coins with unlimited supply have real value. Okay, the metric does imply that. It does. I agree, it implies that. But despite that, the horrible flaws in that metric, despite that it's biased against Bitcoin, because it gives value to all these coins that have really have no value. They can, it's still winning. It's still, despite those odds, it's still going up. So that's my positive spin on it. Yeah, it's not a legitimate way. It's not a real legitimate metric. But even though it's an illegitimate metric, Bitcoin is still beating it. Bitcoin is still winning over there, despite everything being rigged against it, should we say. But remember, pure Bitcoin, don't worry about Bitcoin dominance, but Bitcoin itself, this game is not rigged. Pound that like button. Mizir Mohammed. Not Mohammed. Mizir Mahmudov. He has the following to say. Bitcoin 2019 monthly lows. This is a great chart. It's going to be linked to below. It shows all the months of this year, how the lows keep going up. It shows how strong this bull market will be, he says. So, we were in the 3,000s from January to March. April, the low was 4,000. May, 5,300. June, 7,500. And since July and August, and now September, the lows were in the 9,000s. This isn't a few months of 2017 gamble mania anymore. This is a store of value in the making. This is just the beginning. Pound that like button, dude. Very good stuff. All lows are getting higher, clearly, and we're establishing ourselves clearly in the 9,000 realm, 5-digit realm, whatever you want to say it is. There's a new normal around here. It isn't that same, adrenaline rush spike, 2017 gamble mania, altcoin ICO stuff. It seems like there's a stronger base, should we say. And again, there's still not new people coming in, and we'll talk more on the show. But something's coming in, something's happening, somebody's buying something here. Clearly, all coins are being for Bitcoin, and who knows, some institutions buying. It's not like it's not as roller coaster of a feeling anymore. I don't know. We shall see. It's like the slow build up before a halving. Oh, very interesting. We're before a halving. I wonder if the halving build up, if this is the start of it. If we're going to look back and say, oh, that was the start of the steady build up. And again, if you look back into 2016 and the end of 2015, building up to it's really the beginning of 2016 after the Mike Hearn FUD, rage quit. that's when it's to the halving, there was the halving hype. And then right before the halving, it went down. And then after the halving, it went up again. So this is the beginning of the process. Who the heck knows? All right. But I like that tweet. Check it out. All right. This is from Morgan House. All right. This is from Morgan House. Something I believe more and more is that keeping money is harder than making money, because you can make money by luck. Okay, the lottery is luck. You can make money by that. Don't do that, people. But keeping it is almost always due to a series of good, hard decisions. All right. So he's got a good point there, people. You make money pretty easily. You get paid. You got a job. You're making money pretty easily. Keeping that money is the hard thing. Keeping that money is the hard thing, and that's what you got to remember for success in life. If you blow your wad, I mean, that's it. It's easy to do that. It's easy to just to spend it all. Save, learn to save. Bitcoin is a great tool to teach you that. It's hardest money out there, baby. All right, but it's, and I don't want to say, I don't like how he phrased it. You can make money by luck. Lottery, but that's gambling. It's always due to a series of good, hard decisions when you are keeping your money. And that was a very good reminder there. All right. Is that the end of the show? No, I can't. Oh, that's the end of the show. Well, I hope it recorded everything. Pound that like button. Bang that bell button, everybody. All my old shows at disruptmeister.com. Had a great one earlier. Check that out. Check out all the shows linked to below. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. I will see you guys. I'll say hi to you dudes in the chat. Good night, East Coast.